Hi, I'm Sarah, and I will be your host at the Crafting Through the Chaos retreat that you are interested in. That's why you're in this group. And I thought I would take a moment to record some video and sort of give you a rundown of how the weekend sort of flows and try and answer some of the frequently asked questions. So if you have landed here, this is the best place for you to start. First and foremost, Crafting Through the Chaos retreat weekends started during COVID. At a time when a group of people just said, you know what, we just need an escape. We need to get away from our everyday. We need an opportunity to come together and make new friends and create and be crafty. And in some cases, just rest and relax and recharge. And all of those things came together in our very first retreat weekend, which took place in October of 2021. And from there, it has just grown. And I'm here to tell you that the experience that both I had and the women who have participated in these events was nothing more than extraordinary. One of the very first things that I commented about over the course of the weekends was how I just could not believe how a group of complete strangers, for the most part, everyone in the room was strangers. Everybody came with one or two friends, but otherwise they didn't know anybody. And they all clicked within a matter of an hour. It was introductions, and it was finding common ground, and it was supporting one another and teaching each other how to do new things and supporting those who wanted to get on horseback and hadn't done so in such a long time. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But it was truly so fulfilling for me to see a group of women come together and be so supportive of each other and to make new friends, because that is not an easy thing to do at any age. So I feel honored to be able to host you, or I hope that you'll come and join me, and to be able to lay the foundation for you to have that kind of an experience as well. So all of our retreats are currently being offered at Circle Square Ranch at Big Clear Lake, which is in Arden. And so you're sort of northeast of Kingston, located just off of Highway 7, between Calidar and Perth. I'm not good with maps, but I will leave a link to the exact location in our group. And that leads me to all of the other information that is in our group. This Facebook group is entirely meant for planning these events. So if this is not something that you're interested in after you've watched this video, or you've taken a look at some of the materials, then please feel free to leave the group. You don't want your social media feed filled up with stuff that doesn't interest you. And this is entirely for planning of the retreats and then celebrating the things that we did, photos and videos of our time and our way there. In 2022, I have 6 dates planned throughout the course of the year. The first one starting in April, and the last one happening in November. And I truly hope to get to be able to meet so many new women over the course of this year, and to be able to create and craft with you. The featured section at the top of our Facebook group is where you will find all of the forms. There is a retreat package, information packet, I believe is what it's called. It is a PDF form that should answer all of your questions, everything from lodging to food to COVID safety is all in there, and I would be happy to expand on that a little bit here today. You will also find the registration form there, as well as your craft selection forms. Anything that's considered a form that has a deadline or a date or a fee attached, it's all going to be pinned to the very top of our group so that you can easily find it. I don't want anything buried in the news feed and for it to get lost. So I will pin it there because it's very important. So I'm going to start by answering some of the most frequently asked questions. Number one typically is lodging. Where do we sleep? How do we stay at this place? So it is a camp. It is a residential camp that is used during the summer months for children. However, in addition to the camp building, which has been there for many, many years, they have built a new building, which they call the Hope Lodge, which is where we are hosted. Hope Lodge is a large, large building that has a central common room, and off of that are 4 different sleeping rooms. Each of those sleeping rooms can accommodate a different combination of people, and each of those 4 sleeping rooms has its own washroom. So don't think camp where you had to go outside to the outhouse. That's not where we're at with this. Each sleeping quarters has its own washroom and shower room. So you walk into the washroom and there are 2 private washroom stalls and 2 private shower stalls, and then sinks and mirrors. So it is a beautiful building. It was just built in 2020. It has radiant heating. It has beautiful cathedral ceilings and lots of light and windows. There is a video on this page as well that shows you our time there in the fall of 2021, so you'll be able to get an idea of what that room looks like. But each of those sleeping quarters can accommodate a different number of people. When you register, you are asked specifically if you would like a private room and if there's anyone you are coming with that you would like to bunk with. Those rooms are equipped with bunk beds. They are not metal rickety bunk beds. They are solid wood construction and can hold adult size people on them. They are quite comfortable. The feedback that I got from everyone last time is that they were very comfortable, and I do my very best to keep everyone on the lower bunk. We're all adults of varying age, and in the last events we've been able to keep everyone on a lower bunk so no one has to climb to the top. However, it is completely doable, and if you needed to go to the top bunk, I'm sure that you could. But it is my mission to make sure that everyone is comfortable and has a positive experience. So I do ask that if there's on your registration form, I will ask if you have anything that you want to share with me or you have any questions, and it's there where you can tell me, you know what, I'm not comfortable climbing to the top bunk, or I have a CPAP machine, I need to be near a plug. All of that stuff is really critical information for me to be able to lay out the stay so that you have a positive experience. There are a certain number of private rooms available as well. They are very limited in supply, and they are not located in the Hope Lodge. They are all located in our main building, which is called the Western Town. And if you haven't checked it out, you'll have to go and look at the video that sort of lays everything out for you so you can see. It is the most adorable. It really looks like an old Western town, and that is the main building. That's where all our meals are. That's where we have some breakout rooms there as well. And upstairs on the 2nd floor, there are a limited number of private room accommodations there. Those are actually staff rooms. So during the summer camp, they are the rooms that the staff would stay in, and they're a varying size and they're all a little bit different. So, but like I said, I only have a certain number of those rooms available. So you would have to indicate to me on your form if you needed a private room, and it's very important to tell me if you are only coming if you can have a private room, because that's important for me for planning purposes. And if I can't accommodate, then unfortunately you'll have to make the decision as to whether or not you want to stay in shared accommodations or not join us that time and bump to a future date. It just is what it is. It's a camp setting, so we do our best to make sure that everyone's comfortable. All of those private rooms, some of them have private washrooms, some of them don't. So in some cases you would have your own private washroom, and in other cases you will use a shared washroom facility as well. So that's the best I can tell you. I can show you some images in the video that I have coming as well. All of our meals take place in the Western Town building. It is a large dining room, beautiful fireplace, and small stage. Now, last time we didn't use the stage, but who knows, maybe we will use it this time. Our meals are served cafeteria style, I guess you would say. So everything is buffet and it's put out for us and we go and help ourselves. There was an abundance of food. Everyone was incredibly impressed with the meals. I select our meals from a provided menu. I choose things that I think are going to appeal to the majority. Again, on your form, I do ask if there's anything that if you have any food allergies, because those are all accommodated. We had an entire gluten-free section. They accommodate 100% all food allergies, so you do not need to be afraid of that. You just need to let me know. And that's all food allergies, not just gluten, but the peanuts and fruits and vegetables, and there's such a wide variety of allergies, so that is accommodated as well. And I personally am diabetic, and the menu was completely diabetic friendly, so everything is we are well taken care of. Everything that comes out of that kitchen is scratch made, and it was tremendous. The food was wonderful. We're fed 3 fantastic meals each day that we are there, as well as an evening snack. So no one went hungry, I can guarantee you that. There is coffee and tea and juice and hot chocolate and water available to you the entire time that you are there. The only thing that is not on site that I have been asked for is soda or pop, and so many of our retreaters just brought their own. In the Hope Lodge, we have access to a full-size refrigerator and freezer, so you're welcome to bring your own soda or your own snacks, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Bring it with you. We want you to have a positive experience, and whatever that is, just bring it with you. I do highly recommend that you bring your own travel coffee mug. Now, maybe it's just personal preference, but I am a coffee drinker all day long. And I like to have a big mug with me with a lid so that I can go outside and go for a walk, or I'm not worried about spilling it while I'm crafting. So that is my one tip to you as someone who has been on many a retreat, is always bring your own craft mug. We have access to a sink, a coffee pot, a microwave, a tea kettle. So really all of the comforts of home are there. And we want to make sure that you, again, have a positive experience and enjoy yourself. So that basically covers off all of our food and our accommodations. It is a beautiful setting, and if you haven't taken a look at the video, please go and check it out. We are on hundreds of acres of grounds that we are welcome to explore on foot. There are marked trails, and I provide everyone with maps, so at any point that you want to get up and go for a walk, you are welcome to do so. It is an entirely relaxed atmosphere. I provide a schedule with 5, actually there's 6 craft blocks, but 5 that you're going to choose from. One is included in your price, and it's a surprise. I never tell you what it's going to be, and it's my gift to you. But there are 6 crafting blocks in our schedule, and I do a schedule just so that those who need routine and schedule, it is there for. But if it's not something that you're interested in, you do not have to participate. At our last retreat, we had someone who just said, you know what, I just want to get away. I don't know that I'm going to craft. I might participate, I might not. And that's completely okay. What's important is that you can recognize what's important to you and make the most of your experience while you're there. There are, like I said, there are 6 crafting blocks, one on Friday night, and then Saturday and Sunday. Friday nights is included in your fees, your registration fee, and it's a surprise. You never know what it is. It's my gift to you. And I get the opportunity to get to know you better and to create and craft with you on the Friday night. The Saturday and Sunday time blocks are all optional. So when you register, you are paying your registration fee for your food and your accommodations. And that's all that's covered. There is an additional form, which is your craft selection form, and you will submit that 4 weeks ahead of your selected retreat date. Those forms are not available right away, and that's because I like to dabble in all sorts of crafts, and I'm not entirely certain what it is we're going to do until about 6 weeks before our event. I also like to involve those who are coming on retreat and ask them to share their talents with you. So it is difficult to nail down what the schedule is going to be, what crafts are available until closer to the time of. I can assure you that everything that's being provided to you or offered to you is of the highest quality. If you haven't already seen the kind of work that I do, I will encourage you to check out my business page, and it is linked in whatever description where this video is found, and come and see what it is that I do. That will give you a better idea of the quality of programming that I'm offering. Some of it will be chalking, some of it will be inking, some of it will be painting or card making or felting or alcohol ink, whatever I can find. I am a crafter at heart, and I certainly want to be able to bring to you a wide variety of crafting over the course of the weekend so that you have such a fabulous time. And part of that includes the people who are going to be in attendance. I like to ask them to share their talents if they are comfortable to do that. So having said that, you have 5 blocks to choose from, and you can opt in or you can opt out. It's completely up to you. It was very important to me to make this an affordable event for everyone on every budget. And for some people, that means just coming, getting away and coming and bringing their own craft supplies because they have a ton of them in their houses. That's okay. Bring whatever it is that you already have on hand if that's what works for you. So for each time block, you will see a description of the activity, the cost, the materials, and wherever possible, a picture of a sample of what it is that we're going to make. It's not always possible, but I do my best to provide you with a picture. And again, you can opt in or you can opt out. The other choice that you have actually 2 other choices. Opt in, and you're going to participate in the activity that we have planned. Opt out, and then you have 2 choices. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to sleep in, or I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to watch Netflix that I've downloaded, or whatever works for you. Or I'm going to bring my own craft supplies and make my own things. We had people do that the last time. We had pots being painted and wreaths being made and all sorts of things happening. Cards being made, all sorts of things. So that is an option for you as well. And this last option is for you to choose to use my supplies. So you may have a wood board at home or a chalkboard at home or a pillow at home that you want to make, but you don't have all the supplies necessary. That's okay. You can use my supplies because everything that's in here I bring with me, and you're welcome to use those supplies. There is a fee attached to that because my supplies are consumable, but it is a minimal, and it just covers my costs for you to be able to use those supplies. So that's an option for you as well. If I didn't put, for instance, on the craft schedule a door round or a porch leaner, but you really want to make one, bring your own wood or contact me and I can bring wood for you and you can make that and just use my supplies. That's an option as well. It's not possible for me to hit on everyone's needs when we're talking about a group of 25 people. So I do my best to offer quality projects, some of them seasonal, some of them not. And then you can make it your own by choosing to bring your own supplies or using mine. So hopefully that answers those questions. There is a deadline of 4 weeks prior to our event date that those forms have to be submitted and your projects have to be paid for. I am a small business and I have to use the fees that you're paying to craft to purchase the supplies. I don't have a huge capital budget, and that's just how I roll. We are very much in the startup phases of this business, and so you have to select your projects and pay for them, and then I order the supplies and make sure that they're here on time, and we'll bring them with me to the retreat. And then I teach your classes. I teach some, and then other participants who are there will also teach some. And it is a grand old time. In lots of cases, we teach each other. It really is the most amazing atmosphere. If I haven't said that already, you won't believe it until you're actually there. If by chance you decide that you want to add on, or change your mind, if there are extra supplies available, you absolutely can do that. Some of the supplies are being ordered from other companies, from other suppliers, and I give myself a month or 4 weeks to ensure that they are here on time. The world is a crazy place right now, and so if I have extras, you are welcome to join me, but I don't always have those, so please keep that in mind when you're making your selections. One of the other things that's always on the agenda, I try and add things in to make it interesting and to change it up so that it's not the same thing every time. I do have some contacts who will come and offer things like yoga or gentle stretch, and those are included. You don't have to pay any extra for that. One of the other things that's available to us on site seasonally is trail riding. And that is not included in our price. And the reason it's not included is because it's not for everybody. Not everyone, these are full-size horses, and it's not everyone's interest to get on a horse and go for a trail ride. So it will be offered as part of the schedule when it's available to us. Spring is a little iffy because the trails could be ice covered, and that makes it unsafe. So you'll have to keep an eye on the announcements section to find out whether or not trail riding is available for the retreat that you have chosen. If you wish to trail ride, there is an additional fee, and you need to be prepared with the proper clothing and footwear in order to do that. As these retreats grow, there are other things available to us on site that we may explore as well. And some of those things may come with an additional cost. As I said before, I have kept the fees bare bones as much as possible so that it is affordable for everyone to come and have a retreat. I feel like everyone deserves some time away to recharge their batteries and refill their cup and make new friends, make new connections, and really take care of your own well-being and mental health. And that's what my ultimate goal is with this. So hopefully you'll be able to join us. So we spend Friday evening and Saturday and Sunday until after lunch together as a group. Sunday afternoon, I'd like to survey the group anonymously, and that survey is done electronically, and I ask you for your feedback. And I really do want your honest feedback so that I can grow and develop these retreats. They are an important part of my business, but they're also an important part of me as a person. So I want to hear your feedback so that we can change the future events to better serve your needs. I also try and add in things like game night, and where the weather is nice, we do campfire both Friday night and Saturday night, and those are all optional things. The social time really is free flowing, and it is intended for you to make new friends and make new connections, and it really does come quite easily. And it's important to me that everyone feel as though they're included, so I pay attention to that and make sure that everyone's having a really good time. But because of the nature of the Hope Lodge, you can choose to participate or not participate. If you need some quiet time, those sleeping rooms all have doors, so you can escape to your room and close the door and enjoy some peace and quiet. Go to bed early and do what you need to do to recharge your own batteries. Only you know that best. So we provide you with all the options, and you can choose which ones you want to participate in. I think that covers off all of the questions. It's hard for me to anticipate what some of your questions are, and maybe this little chat has brought on some more questions. So I'm going to post this in the pinned section of the Facebook group with a big start here sort of heading. And after you've watched this, if you have other questions, please either private message me or put them in the comments of this video. video, and I can add or delete to this video and or answer your questions in written format. I want to make sure that you're feeling 100% comfortable. If you are choosing to participate, please pay attention to the deadlines. We have to meet minimum numbers by a certain date, and deposits have to be paid by that date. So please don't let that date pass you by if you are really wanting to go. Also, our spaces are limited. So if you and your group of friends know that you're going to want to get away in October, now's the time to book that, because those dates will start to fill. I am going to put a post in our group and try and keep it near the top if I can, with the current numbers each week, so you can see what's filling the fastest and where there's space available, so that if you're having conversations with your friends or family to come together as a small group, that you can see where there is still space available. I think that is it. I really do hope that you will come and join me and participate in these retreats. It would be fabulous for me to meet you and give you the opportunity to connect with some new people and tap into your creativity. Please know that even though I say tap into your creativity, you do not have to be a creative person to come and attend. All of our classes are beginner friendly, and we would love to be able to show you just how creative and crafty you can be. So that's it for me for now. Take care, stay safe and be well, and I hope to see you at Circle Square at some point this year.